Hello and welcome. I'm Julia. I'm a Twin Flame Ascension coach, and I'm here to do this week's Twin Flame card reading for you. So let's start, as we always do, with the Divine Feminine. First card I have for you today is Signs. I love this card. And of course, if you've been on the Twin Flame journey, even for a very short time, you will probably already know about signs. And this card is coming up today to really remind us that we are always in contact with the divine. We're always in contact with love and the universe as we progress on our twin flame journey. And what I've always loved to do, that I feel to share with this card today, is to, if you have any doubts, worries, or questions that you might like to ask and have an answer to, what I've always liked to do is just sit with my heart and ask that question and ask for a sign, and a sign that will be meaningful to you on your journey. And then see what happens. See if you were heard. See if you are being responded to. And be open to being shown in a creative way, in a way that you may not expect. Some of us might already have a recognizable number that we associate with, or a symbol of some sort that we recognize as a communication about the twin flame journey. Some of us have very specific things that have come up in our with our twin flame, so that will be a symbol as well. So you work on your personal relationship with the divine this week by asking a question in your heart and then seeing how the divine responds to your question. And remember, signs are really there to support and encourage you forward. Signs can't ever really confirm everything for you. They simply confirm you're on the twin flame journey and that the direction you're going in is the right direction. So if you've been called on the journey, if your heart's being pulled in the direction of your twin flame, then just know that that's absolutely right. But there will be a healing journey to take. And that means healing all the feelings that come up along the way and enjoying the good ones too. And recognizing that signs are just encouraging you forward. Healing brings the results. And so don't try and control the answer or how everything's going to work out. Just follow the signs. Keep moving forward into healing. And if you need help with it, I'm right here for you. So you're welcome to book in a free consultation or a session, and I will guide you. So that's the first card. The second card for the Divine Feminine this week is the Warrior card. I love this image. It's a very strong image of the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to read for you what it says on the card. So it says strength, determination, and courage, receptivity, spirituality, and tenderness. And it's talking about the yin yang balance, which is union. So I just want to say that it says here mixing the divine feminine and masculine. But of course, if you are feminine and you sense the masculine energy within you, it's really your twin flame and vice versa. So you can focus on being a divine feminine if that's what you are, or being a divine masculine if that's what you know yourself to be. And this warrior card is really saying that, yes, we do need courage and strength and determination to continue the journey, to move forward, to be willing to find the places where we're triggered, the places that need healing, the places that need loving within us. And yeah, it does take courage. It takes courage to step forward and say, yes, please, more change, more deepening, more union. And of course, the reward, don't look for it externally. Always look for it within. Always go to your heart for the feeling of progress, and know that how you feel is your indicator on your journey of how well you're doing. So the more peace, the more healing, the more surrender that you're feeling in your heart. And surrender is not just saying it. Surrender is a real vibrational state of being that comes from healing. So if you really feel trusting, if you really feel that you've been doing the inner work, the mirror exercise, following the teachings of union by Jeff and Shalia, that's my recommendation. You will feel indeed very, very empowered, which is what this card is saying. So, next card for the Divine Feminine, well, the third card today is Confidence. And this feels like a really natural blend of following the signs, connecting with the divine in your heart, and also feeling the strength and the courage to persist no matter what. And I've learned through the teachings of union that confidence comes from trust and safety. So when you trust that you're on a divine journey and that you're connected to the divine, you will feel safe. And when you feel safe and trusting in what you're doing, you know that it will always bring you results moving towards love. If you know how to do that, which is what I found the most helpful on this journey, you do end up feeling really confident that you can repeat that strength, that trust, that surrender every single time an upset or a doubt comes along. And the more you can do that, the more confidence you build, the more trust you have. So that's really, really wonderful. Good week. Let's check out the Divine Masculine energy. So let's see what you're doing, Divine Masculines. We start with Crossroads. It's a great image. And it's one that I always guide my clients to feel every time they come to a mirror exercise, to a healing. You always have a choice. You can either go down the road of fear, which leads you into doubt, worry, separation, not believing, not trusting, not feeling confident, not feeling safe. Or you can go down the other road, which is the road of love. And the teachings have helped me understand that love is always present, that it is always loving, that it is always unconditional, and that it actually dissolves away all the fear. So when you turn away from fear, you turn in the direction of love and the divine and your union. And that's what we do every time we heal. We take a fear and we turn it into love so that it dissolves away, no longer exists. And I feel, masculines, that you are learning that this week. You're learning to distinguish between the thoughts in your mind and the feelings that just need healing, aren't the truth, but just need to be healed. So make the choice, choose love, choose peace, choose healing, and just notice how that changes your feeling, changes your heart, changes your day, changes the direction of alignment in your life. Great. Very good. Let's have a look at the next card for the Divine Masculine, and we have the Divine Feminine card. So you're coming up strongly for the Divine Masculine this week. This might be in his thoughts, in his heart. He's feeling connection. He's feeling desire. He's feeling close to the Divine Feminine. So masculines, she's on your mind. And it says here, sacred feminine. Masculine recognizes his feminine in the connection. And it's a feeling of home. So if you are wondering, does my Divine Masculine recognize me? Well, sometimes that recognition begins in the heart first, and then it's manifested externally. So first of all, the Divine Masculine, as with the Divine Feminine, you need to meet yourself within your own heart. You need to bring union there with love in your own heart to manifest it externally. But the Divine Masculine recognizes that he is pretty much incomplete without his feminine in his life. You know, it's a partnership. It's about skipping along together and learning and growing and healing and all the things that come with a normal relationship, but plus all of the ascension with it. So yes, you are meant to be together, is what I'm trying to say here. You can function perfectly on your own, but of course, you are meant to be together. So next card, Divine Masculines, is Karmic Family. So let's read what it says. It says, a relationship with someone in the immediate family who has been brought back from previous lifetimes to work things out peacefully. So yes, as with third parties, you can have a karmic family too. You can have maybe a family situation that you feel trapped in, stuck in, that you feel obliged to be connected to, obliged to support, obliged to be there for. And of course, really, you've got to work through, look at his face there. You've got to work through those feelings of you don't need to be doing anything for anyone. Love gives you freedom to choose what feels good to you. Your heart exists in connection with the divine so that you can follow it. It doesn't mean love, doesn't mean doing what your family want you to do. That is not love. You might want to, and you might feel that that's aligned, but you don't have to do anything out of obligation. And of course, a lot of twin flames on their journey will encounter the need to heal through that feeling that I'm stuck here. I have to do what they want. I have to follow their rules, etc., etc., etc. And I help a lot of people move through that so that they can gently, lovingly release that feeling of obligation and open up to a new relationship with their family, one that hopefully feels more balanced, aligned, and less demanding on them. So that's a big lesson. And yeah, sometimes we need help with these particular lessons, which is why, people like me exist to do that. So now let's look at the union energies for the week. And we have, from the Romance Angels, give your relationship a chance. And it says work on your partnership. So this is really saying that maybe you've been doubting, maybe you've been wanting to give up, maybe you've been feeling it's too difficult. And of course, it is if you try and do it alone without the teachings, without the inner work, it's going to be too difficult. It was too difficult for me. I was around before the teachings even existed and found it pretty hard to know what was going on. And I did my best, but it didn't bring me to where I am now. Where I am now is entirely down to what I've learned. And I really did need that. Like it's essential. So work at that, work at your union, work on those places that don't feel good within. Work on it until it feels peaceful again. You and your twin flame, anything and everything between you that feels bad can be healed. So do not stop at an uncomfortable feeling and think that that's it. Do not allow separation to win. You can have your twin flame and be with them romantically. And you absolutely will be if you just follow the path of healing. Good. The next union card I have for you today is the grizzly bear. Power. It's a mighty animal there. I'm going to read to you what it says. I am indestructible. Nice. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Feels like that's the theme of the reading today. We've really been touching on all of those things. Love is indestructible. You cannot break love. You can't make it go wrong. You can't make a mistake. You can't do anything to make it unfixable. Love is the constant. It's just ego that is all the pain and the struggle and the nonsense. And it's just ego that we dissolve. And what happens when you dissolve ego is you reveal the truth. Oh, love was there. It was a misunderstanding. That's all. The guy at the roads, at the crossroads here. Yeah, it's about choosing love. It's as simple as that. Single choice. And you are very, very strong. And gentleness is strength. Absolutely. Peace is strength. Never give up. You will succeed. Just got to keep going. Good. And then the last card for us today, for this week, is, that's really beautiful. Drunk with love. Love the colors in this. It says, let love lift you to freedom. So that's what I'm going to leave you with this week. Allow freedom to enter where it felt stuck before. And if you need help, I am here for you as always. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.